Hey everybody, Marcos Villegas here, post-fight with Shawn Porter, who defeated Danny Garcia, here tonight to become the new WBC 147-pound world champion. And Shawn, if you believe it, you see it, and you achieve it. Saw photos of you with that picture that said two-time world champion. This whole week you were wearing green to signify what you're holding in your arms right now. You were very emotional when they announced your name. Just let me know how it's all settling in, and give me your thoughts on everything that's happening right now.
Just couldn't believe it, man. And it sounds cliche, but it really is true. You know, if you believe it, you do the things that you need to do to achieve it, you will achieve it. And I'm living proof of that tonight. You know, I have a lot of people that are watching me, and you know, they think it's this what I do is they think it's easy, or they think all I do is work out. It's really, really hard work, and you know, all my hard work came out tonight.
Looking at the fight, everybody on press row thought it was a close fight, but a lot of people felt that you were pulling away due to your consistency and your work, and really you made an adjustment on a lot of our eyes, like around the middle rounds. So let me know, in those middle rounds from like 4 on out, did you feel that you had to make an adjustment, or what was going on there? Because it seemed like before rounds 1, 2, and 3, you're kind of trying to feel him out, or he was actually a little bit more active than you.
I was trying to outbox him. I was trying to, you know, allow him to come to me and, you know, get him to reach and kind of counter him. I think that's what you saw probably rounds through like 4 and 5 and maybe even 6. You saw me counter him a little bit more. I was able.
It started working. It seemed like you were fighting like how you normally fight. Like your punch output went up. You started pressing him and not giving him space, and you were moving in and out. But I felt like rounds 1 through 3. I don't know if you were thinking in there, or you were trying to feel him out, or if you were nervous. I don't know. You weren't fighting like you were, and then you made the change.
I was definitely thinking, definitely trying to box, and definitely trying to do everything I could to make it, you know, really, you know, evident that I was winning the fight. You know, I don't think I necessarily started slow, but just a little bit slower than most people would expect from me. But I think we did what we needed to do. The corner did what they needed to do. Great information, and some great subtle adjustments too. You know, I did a lot tonight, and I'm proud of my performance.
What do you think put you over in the judges' eyes?
I really do think it was the work at the end. I think the work at the end, backing him up, you know, showing them that I was aggressive, that I wanted to win, some really good body shots, and I thought the defense was good, but it should have been better. But I just think overall, I agree with the 8-4 and the 7-5.
Looking at Danny, he seemed strong in there, and there was times that you try to turn him, and he would turn with you. How did his strength feel and his punch?
He did a good job of being ready. I think that was it. I think, you know, I think they were ready for me to turn him. They were ready for me to, you know, get that arm wrapped around and do the little scoot thing I do, you know, to turn him into the corners. And he was ready for it. Some good strength, and he was ready for the fight.
I see a lump on your eye. The power. Is it comparable to Keith Thurman? Is it higher, lower? Like, how do you rate that power?
First off, I gotta say I had him leaking in the first round. Yeah, I remember when I was young. I started boxing when I was 8 years old, and probably when I was 8 or 9, I used to, when I would have a fight, after the first round, I would look over and see if my guy was bleeding, whether it was his lip or his nose. I really wanted him to bleed. You know, it's weird, you know, when you're a kid to want somebody to bleed, but today, it's a learning experience, you know what I mean? Today I saw him bleeding during the end of the first round, and I remember thinking, like, this is mine, you know. So just a great.
You had that confidence out of the first round that you knew that you were going to take it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it obviously I had to put the work in. I had to do what I had to do, but definitely a lot of confidence throughout the entire fight.
Looking at the future, we saw Errol go into your post-fight press conference. Everybody's assuming that's the next fight. I would assume, too, on your end, that's the next fight that's going to happen, or you want to take some time off and then see what your options are.
We shall see. We shall see. I think that's the fight that should be next for him and I both. I think that the fight makes sense to do it now. And, you know, obviously, like I said in the press conference, you guys hate that word business. If you guys don't, I do, you know, because I always know that no matter what you ask me, no matter what I tell you, there's going to be something else that may come up. So we shall see. But I firmly believe that should be the next fight for me, and it should be the next fight for him.
What happens in that fight?
Shawn Porter is victorious, unified champion. Unbelievable.
I'm gone.
All right, Shawn. Well, thank you so much. You're a proud father. How much does it mean for you as well? I know your dad told me a story when I interviewed him about, he had a national fighter that was taken away from him, and he said, "You can never take my son away from me. He's my fighter. I built him up from the ground up." So for you, how does it feel to share that moment, to be a two-time world champion with your father?
I really am, man. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of my team. I think collectively we've done a tremendous job getting ready for this fight and getting in there and doing what we did tonight. And it was Barry Hunter was in our corner tonight, and I told Barry yesterday before the weigh-in, I said, there's no secret my favorite sport is football. I said my favorite part of football is the team aspect, the camaraderie. And I said when I stopped playing football, I knew I was going to miss it. So I tried my best to bring what I love in football to boxing. And so I really have, man. My dad has, we've had other guys come in and go out or whatever, but, at the end of the day, we are always a strong team getting and going in there as a team to get the job done. My dad did a terrific job in the corner tonight. He was pretty much the head out there. Hal did a great job with my cuts my abrasions, my swelling. He did a great job in communicating, and then Barry as well. My dad did a great job tonight assembling the crew that we had. It was a tremendous job for everybody. I've told them, I'm the one that got in there and did it, but I've told them, I don't know how many, probably a dozen times, congratulations, y'all. Because this is not just my title. This is not just my win. This is a win for the team.
Tremendous performance here tonight, Shawn. Great fight. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Here with Shawn Porter, victorious, new WBC 147-pound champion, here tonight at the Barclays Center.